can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting wise.
Really?
Dad, put hands on you, give you real black eyes. Come on, don't do that. And that's the truth. I've had about enough of your shit.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know.
When Ice Cube, the man behind No Vaseline, Friday, and $1 billion empire stops what he's doing to fire shots at you, you know you've seriously messed up. But Aries Spears didn't just poke the bear, he dragged Ice Cube's whole legacy through the mud. On live radio, he clowned Cube's music, mocked his movies, and doubled down like he wanted the smoke. But Cube wasn't the only one listening. 50 Cent caught wind and unleashed one of the coldest, most passive-aggressive clapbacks of the year. What started as barbershop talk turned into a full-on cultural takedown, and Aries Spears, he walked straight into a storm he wasn't built to survive. During an appearance on Big Boy's Neighborhood, Aries called Ice Cube both a poor rapper and a subpar actor. Ice Cube responded swiftly, dismissing Aries as irrelevant, unfunny, and nowhere near the ranks of top black comedians. Then, 50 Cent entered the conversation. And if there's anything 50 can't resist, it's publicly roasting someone who's already under fire. What started as a casual chat ranking rappers and debating classic lists quickly took a turn. Typical barbershop talk turned into controversy. When Aries Spears went completely off script. When Cube's name came up, Aries didn't hesitate.
Ice Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now?
And that was just the beginning. He moved on to Insult. It Was a Good Day, a song that's not only a West Coast anthem, but also widely seen as a cultural landmark in hip-hop.
You don't think that...
One of the songs I hate the most, if it comes on, I want to shoot the radio. Today was a good day.
Even Big Boy's co-host tried to defuse the situation with humor, but Aries wouldn't let up. He then launched into an awkward and unexpected impersonation of Ice Cube as a gynecologist. The joke ended with a line that was so off-putting, the entire room went silent.
Alvin Chung did a great joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that thigh.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you just did is...
Aries chuckled, but the discomfort in the room was clear. Taking one jab wasn't enough, he continued pushing boundaries. The co-host stayed quiet. Big Boy tried to move the conversation in a new direction, but Aries kept leaning in further, and just when it couldn't get worse, he decided to go after Tupac too.
Not the greatest lyricist. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss, my lyrics spit.
Aries didn't just criticize, he disrespected the entire West Coast. That's the kind of move that gets you blacklisted in the industry. And the wild part, Aries knew exactly what he was doing. At one point, he even turned to the camera and said,
watch the comments. Now, when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, you know, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list. Right. I don't ever put Pac up there with the top.
The response was immediate. One viewer commented, I respect Aries' talent, but coming for Ice Cube is out of line. Others chimed in, calling out how Aries lacks the credibility to question whether legends like Pac or Cube had lyrical skill. One fan added, this is exactly why I say he's bitter about New York losing its dominance when the West Coast took over in the late 80s and 90s. What Aries didn't count on, though, was the fact that the very legends he insulted would actually reply. Normally in this business, they just stay silent. They don't entertain the noise. They ignore the irrelevant voices and keep it moving. But not this time. Ice Cube responded like only a seasoned legend could. He questioned Aries' place in the comedy world, whether he's even funny, even relevant, or even taken seriously in black comedy.
I saw a comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if he a comedian.
But Cube didn't stop at defending himself. He took the opportunity to undermine Aries Spears' entire career.
You know what he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. And I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that you know, they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion, and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians. You know what I mean? In the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register with us.
Cube knew what he was doing. This wasn't his first time addressing disrespect. He's been in the game for decades, from writing for Newark to crafting one of the most iconic diss tracks ever to producing Friday and launching the Big Three basketball league. His resume speaks for itself, but even that moment wasn't the end of it. Aries wasn't backing down. Despite getting checked by hip-hop legends and called out by fans, he showed up on Vlad TV to repeat his views.
You had some words about Ice Cube recently.
You know, Willie D called me.
Okay.
I was in Louisville, Kentucky. And this, I love Willie D, that's my man. But this called me like I disrespected his mama. He was like, Aries, man, you don't understand what Ice Cube done did for the culture, man, and hip hop. Why you say? And I go, Willie, it's a subjective opinion. I'm allowed to not like Ice Cube. I know, man.
Apparently, one round of criticism toward Cube wasn't enough.
You don't like anything Ice Cube's done?
Nothing.
Really?
Ice Cube does nothing for me as a rapper and an actor.
Okay.
Nothing.
Let's start with the rap. The Police. You don't think that's a classic song?
It's classic because of what it represents in terms of black struggle symbolism and what black people have gone through with the police historically. It's the song that makes you go, yeah! Yeah, I get how it can touch your emotions, but it don't do nothing for me.
What Aries didn't seem to grasp was that this wasn't just about Ice Cube anymore. Because somewhere in a high-end hotel room, 50 Cent was watching this unfold from his phone, especially since Aries also had something to say about him.
What do you think about 50 Cent's acting ability overall?
This is what I think about it. He did a movie with Sylvester Stallone where it was about them in these prisons that were like cubes. The one, you know what I mean? And he played a computer tech. You know what separated 50 Cent from 50 Cent the rapper to the computer tech actor?
Glasses?
Now I'm a computer tech.
And just when it seemed like 50 would stay quiet, he posted a video passive-aggressive and pointed. He didn't name names, but everyone knew who it was for. Just 50 calling someone delusional without ever saying who.
Yeah, man. I gotta listen to this. Nah, this hot right here.
But wait, why did 50 Cent even get involved? The man is constantly on the move. Between producing Power and BMF, managing liquor brands, securing TV deals, and going on tour, his schedule is packed. So what made this situation worthy of landing? On his Instagram feed, here's what people often overlook. 50 Cent and Ice Cube share long-standing mutual respect. Years ago, Cube publicly supported 50's ventures into film back when much of Hollywood wasn't giving him a chance. And over the years, 50 has consistently praised Cube in interviews, giving him full credit.
Ice Cube was on when I'm just watching. Music, all of it.
Movies, all of it.
Yeah. I never really seen Ice Cube in films that weren't his. You know, like he kind of produced the vehicle that he was in. And it wasn't like he was just being an actor in someone else's film.
As for Aries, he's exactly the kind of comedian 50 tends to go after. Loud, confrontational, but with little to show recently. That's the type 50 enjoys calling out. So when this situation came up, he didn't hesitate. He even joked, check, my temperature, I'm ice cold. Then followed it up with, the hood left the left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral. Might even land you a love contract. Naturally, Aries felt targeted. And in response, he went on a heated rant this time, aiming his frustration directly at Ice Cube.
I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion And last time I checked, as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where, unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that.
And it didn't end there. Aries was clearly affected by Ice Cube's comments.
Somebody sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it both ways.
Things only became more complicated from that point on, because this is where Aries Spears undermined his own argument. In the same interview, he claimed to respect Ice Cube as a man.
For the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers. So hats off to him for
but
that.
Also stated that Cube has never done anything impressive.
I just said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something, as though I don't have love for anything.
That's not just a take, that's a contradiction. And that's why the backlash picked up. It wasn't just about Aries having an opinion, it was about him switching his stance and then acting like the victim once the response came in. Critics online were quick to point it out. One person said, you can't throw shots and then be upset when someone responds. Another commented, you're entitled to your opinion, but after that skit, you lost all credibility. Cube is a made man, and then the criticism turned personal. People started bringing up Aries' past. This wasn't just about a disagreement anymore. The spotlight shifted to the 2022 lawsuit involving Tiffany Haddish. That lawsuit accused both Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish of inappropriate behavior connected to a disturbing sketch. The skit portrayed a child left alone with a character played by Aries whose actions were deeply unsettling. The camera lingered in ways that made viewers uncomfortable.
Sweetheart, did you call me?
Oh yes, Uncle Pete. Can you watch TJ for me? I need to run to the I gotta run some errands. I need to go to cleaners, and I should be coming back. Okay?
All right, baby.
Thank you.
And the situation escalated quickly. The internet reacted fast. Twitter was flooded with outrage. The Shade Room shared the footage, and the response was overwhelmingly negative. Even though the lawsuit was settled and the video removed from major platforms, the damage to Aries' reputation remained. And what did he do next? He went back on Vlad TV.
Are you and Tiffany still good?
Yeah.
Okay, so she doesn't hold anything against you in terms of...
I mean, you know,
she participated in the whole thing, so it's not like she could, but I'm just saying, you know how people get.
Man, we good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there gonna be a point where you could talk about this?
You know, I told you, when that point comes, you know, you're gonna pay me.
Observers noticed a pattern. Aries Spears appeared on Vlad more frequently than some of the hosts themselves. He often complained about being blackballed or voiced frustration that he hadn't reached the same level of success as Kevin Hart. Fans caught on. Aries was speaking more than he was producing. His name didn't come up for new stand-up specials or acting roles. It surfaced in connection with controversies, feuds, or emotional interviews about past issues. But there's another layer. Aries also developed a reputation within the industry itself. Former co-stars have publicly said he was difficult to work with, describing him as someone with a large ego who constantly tried to outshine others in the room.
Your equation will never be satisfied. Why? Because some other will come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And there's some other will come around and have as talented as you, or possibly more, and then you're gonna get upset because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want,
Wait a minute.
but not what's in your present space.
There's no doubt Aries Spears is talented. He can do solid impressions and work a live crowd well, but he never had that breakthrough Chappelle moment. And that kind of missed opportunity can turn into long-term frustration. Now flip the perspective. Why did this feud backfire so badly for Aries? Because going after Ice Cube means targeting a cultural cornerstone. Let's break it down clearly. No Vaseline is consistently ranked among the top 3 diss tracks of all time. Friday isn't just a comedy, it's a franchise that redefined black humor, launched memorable characters, and became a cultural staple in hip-hop households. The Big 3 League, that's a professional basketball league Cube built from the ground. Up now, supported by major investors and retired NBA stars. And even before all that, Ice Cube was writing for Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, MC Ren, the entire NUA lineup, ghostwriting legendary tracks while still a teenager. Meanwhile, Aries Spears is best known for Mad TV impressions and a few notable stand-up moments. More recently, he's gained attention not for his work, but for controversial podcast clips and viral moments for all the wrong reasons. That's why the public immediately took Cube's side. And here's the kicker: when Cube teased the cast list for the long-awaited final Friday film, Aries' name was nowhere to be found. That might not seem significant after all. Who said Aries was even being considered? But the timing had fans convinced it was a clear message. Cube wasn't interested. No matter how many impressions Aries does, he won't land roles that matter. In the end, Aries got the attention he wanted, but instead of trending for comedy, he became a headline because 2 respected figures called him irrelevant, and no one really disagreed. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on?